Hello, everybody. This is Jonathan Bowen, and this is my week two informative speech. And I want to talk to y'all about getting out of debt. First, I want to give you a little bit of history about why I'm so passionate about this and why this topic is so dear to me. In my 20s, I made a lot of stupid spending choices. Finance was not my strong suit. Budgeting was not my strong suit. Saving was not my strong suit. But spending, oh, I was an expert when it came to getting my credit card out and spending money that I did not have, and rationalizing that, I needed this, or I've worked hard, I deserve this, which is really really stupid. But it taught me a lot of valuable lessons, and I want to share those with you. Thankfully, I started reading Dave Ramsey, and it opened my eyes, and I started, the things that he taught, I started putting to practice, and they work. Saving money and getting out of debt is the best way to live your life. I mean, there's an absolute freedom to it, when you're not having to worry about paying this bill off or paying that debt off. I mean, or worrying about this credit card payment, because I have no credit card payments, and there's an absolute freedom to it. And one thing I love that Dave Ramsey talks about is, if you don't tell your money where to go, it will leave you. That brings me to my very first main point, and that is paying cash for everything is the best way. I mean, because debt encourages you to spend more than you make. I mean, because you rationalize, well, I've got this credit card and I've got, a $1,500 limit. I can go get this, 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 and this. I mean, yeah, you can, but you're still going to have to pay for it. And those interest rates are horrible. I mean, you wind up paying more for something, if you had just waited, you could have bought cash for it. And I've learned that. I've learned that paying cash for everything is the best way. And that brings me to my second main point, and that is, using the debt snowball that Dave Ramsey talks about. And I want to take a moment and explain that to you. Um, what you need to do is you write your debt down from smallest to largest. And you pay your minimum payments, but you're throwing anything extra you can at your smallest. I mean, because you want these little wins, because being in debt, I mean, it makes you feel hopeless. So I mean, paying off, here's a $30 charge, or a $30 debt, and I've paid this off. I have these little wins, and now those little wins will turn into bigger wins, because you knock the smaller ones out, and you're rolling what you're paying on those into the next one, and then into the next one, and then into the next one. And that's why it's called a snowball effect, because they grow, that you know your debt grows smaller as what you're paying grows bigger, and the extra money you have gets larger and larger and larger as your debt gets smaller and smaller. And I think Dave Ramsey is a genius. I mean, personally, and his teachings are great. I mean, especially where he's come from. So, you know, I want to encourage you, if you've never read any of his books, to go out and read his books, watch his YouTube videos, listen to it. I don't know if he's still doing the radio, but if you can, find him on the radio, because he really knows what he's talking about. And I just want to reiterate that saving money and getting out of debt is the best way to live your life. So I want to encourage each and every one of you, if you've never read his books, to get out and do it.